This video is brought to you by Miniature Market. Thousands of board games, miniatures, and paints, discount prices at miniaturemarket.com. Hello everybody, welcome to the first of many. Now, I don't do top 10s anymore, okay? Because I don't think my opinion is worth spit on a grill, okay, to put it as simply as possible. So what I like to do is do things that we put things together, and together as a community come together with our own various type of lists, not in any order, but putting a group of games. Now, today's theme is, what games do you think homebrewing the rules serves the game best? Okay, and I'm going to have a bunch of games that I think, and I'm going to explain some of the reasons why I think homebrewing these particular games can really do the games a little bit more justice and improve it and make it more fun. Doesn't mean that the game's broken too much, but sometimes there's little things, there's little nuances that you can do that makes sense to you, maybe not to everybody. And for me, one of those, and starting off the list, is Zombicide. There is nothing I can stand more than when I walk out into a certain area and I see a bunch of zombies surrounding my friend, and I decide to shoot my friend. That does, well, you know, it could be a mercy mission type of thing or something like that. But for Zombicide, what we always did is that we took and said, okay, if I roll a 1, I hit my friend. Anything else, I'm going to hit the zombie, and then we go by the zombie order. It was always a simple fix, and it made sense. Because if you survive that long in the apocalypse, let's face it, you're going to be a pretty good shot. At least you hope you're going to be a pretty good shot. Another game that really can use a little home brewing is Dungeon Saga. Okay, Dungeon Saga gives you all the components and everything that you possibly can need for a game, but there's a couple things that really just don't sit well with me with it. There's everything that you can do with it. I like how you can, all the furniture means something. I think a little more randomness, and I don't like the fact that the only leveling that you do is when you flip over. I think you should be able to add certain types of, not so much abilities, but add to strength and things like that to be able to do more damage, because it seems that a lot of the monsters get a lot tougher. I also try to make it a little bit tougher too. In general. You can kind of go through it and it's kind of cakewalky. I like to jack up the villains and make it really kind of stiff. I'm somebody that's big on permadeath, and I think this serves the game very well. Permadeath, boom. Once you're gone, you're gone. It's a game that I want to love more than anything. I really enjoy the game. It's just, I think there's certain things that I can do to actually make it better. Another game that I think makes this list is one that I just done recently, and that's Raveing Spire. Okay, the thing I don't like about this is the wheel itself. I like the wheel, and I think it should be 6 spaces away, and at every turn, if you pay at least 1 card and pay 1 skill, one charm, or 1 fight, that you can move it closer to the entrance. So I want the thing to move each turn once while you're putting all these cards down. Now, what does that mean? That you have to wait to go up on that level. Okay? You can move and set yourself up and just kind of stay there, but as you continually move round and round, you try to stay away from those stairs. And I think, in your movement, I think you should also cut that down to 1d3. So you're not moving. I mean, there's times that you move 6 and you go, whoa, where am I going? How am I going to be able to do this? I think you should also pay, I like the rule where you pay 10 overall whatever points to roll the dice and then move as much as you want. There has to be a way to kind of change that. It's just little nitpicky things with this. I really had fun playing this the other day, and it was a lot of fun. And I made some mistakes, actually, and this is a good video to say it. But now I get it, and I can make it a little bit tougher, and I really like it. And I liked how I got crushed in the very last part of it. I thought that was a lot of fun. So this game has massive potential, and I'm looking forward to return to Raveing Spire and see how that turns out. Another game that I'm going to put on this out there for you guys to kind of take a look at, and you could, and the whole point of this is that either you agree or disagree. It's as simple as that. Is D6. Dames, Dudes, Dungeons, Dragons, and something else. Okay, I can't remember all the D's. But I love that game. And one of the things that I read in the back and I really thought was cool is they go, listen, the rules are for your interpretation. You do whatever you want with this. Homebrew it, share it with us. Let's see what you could do. And there's certain little things, like I love the solo game, and everybody goes, well, the solo game's not, you know, kind of boring. Well, then fix it, then make it, because he basically says, do what you want. There's a way that you can create a tremendous adventure there, and I really like this. And I started thinking about some of the homebrew stuff I can do, and we're going to be doing some of that live here on Rob's Tabletop World. Hint, hint, hint. Promotion, that we're going to do, because I've been working on something for an actual quest. And I really love this game. It's so overproduced that it is glorious. And I want more. I want them to share more of this, because I really think this is a talented group of people that made a very fun game, and it could just be so much better, and they're inviting you to do that. I think that's great. Finally, on my point of this is a game that is historic. It's not broken. It's actually fantastic. It's how do I get more out of a game that you're not going to get a lot of stuff out of, and that's Space Hulk. And I know what you're saying, Space Hulk, how dare you? No. What I wanted to do is I wanted to make it more like a Blood Bowl type of thing. That there you have your band, or not your band, but your squad of Terminators that are going from Space Hulk to Space Hulk, trying to clean these things out and get these back into the fleet. Okay, because there's a lot of artifacts and a whole bunch of other stuff on these things. So I wanted to do a level system where, kind of like Blood Bowl, star player points, that every time you kill, you get to add that to a skill. So many kills, say you go over 6 kills, okay, and you're able to survive. Well, guess what? You're going to be able to pick from a list of skills that you can add on, and then maybe we go up to 20 and then to 30. That's if you can survive. The other thing is when you get knocked out, you know how easily you can die here. Just consider it knocked out and roll 2d6 and do kind of like the Blood Bowl rules, that you're either knocked out, you're removed from the game, or you're dead. Okay, so you can kind of build a list of your same warriors, and if you fail a mission, well, that's okay. Maybe everybody just got knocked out and driven out, and then you can maybe go back and try it again. I really think it builds an attachment to your squad. You get to learn your squad a lot better. There's little skills along the way, limit it to like 5, because you don't want them going around OP and just smashing everything at some point. And then build, take some of the adventures that everybody has built. I have over there a book that I got from the first edition that if you take the new tiles, you can kind of simulate some things and have your own campaign, as well as taking some of the Gene Stealer cults and stuff like that and adding in different guys to do different things. Space Hulk has a lot of life to it. Homebrewing it really just makes it even more. It takes that old game and just breathes a little bit more life into it. Well, now, those were my couple, okay, and those were all just off the top of my head. Now I've got to ask you guys, what would you do? Because I'm going to take all your suggestions, okay, and I'm going to come back. When we come back with our next episode, we're going to follow up on this last episode. So putting in your comments really is going to matter how this goes. So I'm looking to compare my list versus the community's list, and that's basically what this thing's named. So every time I'm going to come up with a different subject, and we are going to build a list. Is Rob versus the community? Who are we, the same on things, or are we way different on things? So I'm really looking forward to it. Randomly someone will be picked, and we will make them shine on our next episode. So there you go, there you have it. I hope you enjoyed this, and until next time, it's your old pal Rob saying, we'll see you soon.